Bang, trade recaps are back. Haven't done this in a while, but yeah, let's go over some of the trades that I've been taking recently. As I lift you guys off, as I lift, can I speak English? Last time I saw you guys, when I lift the series off, I was funded obviously. I was about to get a payout and it flopped it. I flopped the payout. I didn't blow the account, but the account's pretty much gone. I don't think there's any chance that I'm going to bring it back. So I started a new account. Right now, we're currently in a little bit of drawdown. Nothing that we can't work our way out of. A couple trades to work our way out of. But I'm just going to be going over the last two trades that we took, which was one on Euro USD, which is this one, and another one on Euro JPY. So let's go over this one, which was the most recent one. This one was actually last night. I'm actually pretty happy I took this trade. So yeah, let's go over why I took the setup. So first things first, on the monthly, because new month, new bias, all right? I want to see price push higher into this monthly fair value gap. I think that there's a lot of liquidity here, so I am bullish on the monthly. On the weekly, we just filled a bearish. No, we didn't fill. We took out the previous weekly low on the weekly time frame, so that was reasoning for price to push higher. The only bad thing was that we broke structure to the downside recently, and we sort of were holding this fair value gap until this week. So, yeah, weekly was somewhat bullish as well. On the daily, we had a nice bias because we just broke structure to the upside right here, and we also disrespected this daily fair value gap, like here, right? We pushed above it, so that made me think price is going to push higher. On the 4-hour time frame, the 4 hour is very good as well because we can see we shifted structure or broke structure to the upside right here. And then this 4-hour fair value gap we saw got filled right here. So yeah, that was my main run on liquidity. And then obviously we had a few fair value gaps lower. Now, I don't know if you guys remember from last time, but the main strategy I trade these days is high time frame bias, I run on liquidity, and then a shift in structure. That is my A+ setup. That is what I want to look for within the market. And then we go into the 1 hour and we can see that we broke structure to the downside right here on the 1 hour. So that's obviously not good. We want all the time frames to be in our favor. So I'm going to say that the 1 hour was not in our bias today. But we can see we do have a 1 hour fair value gap here, which was actually my target for today. Coming down into the 15-minute, we can see that, yeah, we were bearish. We were holding these imbalances. We were still in this imbalance. So yeah, the 15-minute wasn't really in my favor, or I didn't really take it into account for this trade. But we can see that we take out a draw on liquidity right here, and we fill this 4-hour fair value gap. So it's a nice run on liquidity, and then yeah. So then I went down into the 5-minute, and then what I look for a shift in structure, like I obviously said just before, and we can see we broke structure right here. But me personally, I counted this high as a breaker block, because this is also a breaker structure. And then I also realized we had a nice 5-minute fair value gap right here. I entered on the 5-minute fair value gap, as well as, let me load this up really quickly. We had an SMT with Euro JPY. The fuck? We had an SMT with Euro JPY. Let me just find this. Bing, bing, bing. I think it was here. So right here, we can see that this low. Let me just draw it out. You see this low and this low. Wait. This low? Yeah, this low. We have a higher low right here on USD JPY, but we can see this low on Euro JPY, and this low, we have a lower low. So we have a SMT divergence, which was confluence on why we want to push higher. So yeah, after we broke structure, after we came down into the breaker block and filled this 5-minute fair value gap, I pressed long on this candle, stop loss at this low, and then my target for today was this 1 hour fair value gap. Actually, no, my stop loss was here, actually. And yeah, hit the 1 hour fair value gap, moved my stop loss to break even, and then the rest stopped me out at break even. But yeah, something I could have done better today was potentially I could have taken a partial at equilibrium or a partial at this 15-minute draw on liquidity right here. But regardless, I still made money, still took a nice trade in my opinion. and then yeah, the rest stopped me at break even. But yeah, definitely potential partials up there. And now let's go over the Euro USD trade, because I'm not gonna lie, even though this hit, I feel like I definitely could have done better here, because price action was there was a lot of good opportunities, but I think I caught a move, but it hit. But obviously there could have been a lot better moves. But I'll just show you guys. So on the weekly time frame, it's not much on the weekly. To be fair, we broke structure to the upside, so weekly's not great. But if we look at the monthly time frame, we're at all-time highs. We just took out this high. We have an imbalance that we want to see push lower, so it's somewhat bearish. On the daily time frame, we were bearish because we broke structure to the downside. I thought we might reverse off this drawn liquidity, but turns out it's not valid. So yeah, daily was bearish because we broke structure. And then on the 4 hour, 4 hours just obviously bearish. Look how we're trending. And yeah, my target for today was this 4 hour fair value gap right here. The only bad thing about this trade was we did have some imbalances higher, so who knew if this little area of consolidation was going to push lower or push higher. Obviously, it's most likely to follow the high time frame trend, so it pushed lower into this imbalance. But yeah, coming into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, my trade was counting this breaker structure into confluence, because we just recently broke structure right here, and then we continued lower. So yeah, the 1 hour was somewhat bearish, but this is where we get into the technical price action. All right, I'm gonna give you an overview on why this happened, because you can say it's like over analyzing, but I genuinely believe everything in the market happens for a reason, right? Like, it happens for a reason. It just makes sense. So first things first, we get a bearish Judas swing. The Judas swing is with this drawn liquidity and this 15-minute fair value gap, right? We can say that it took out this drawn liquidity right here, filled the 15-minute. This was your bullish run liquidity, and then we came up and we took out turtle soup right here, which is your bearish run liquidity. Then we can then see that we have a bullish 15-minute fair value gap that gets ran through and inverse, as well as a bearish 15-minute fair value gap that gets consistently held. So you could probably take an entry on this fair value gap just based off, we've got a bearish Judas swing, we inversed a bullish fair value gap, so that means we're probably going to push lower. We have lower targets, which is this 4 hour drawn liquidity, as well as this level of sell side liquidity. So yeah, entry, you could have entered right here on this 15-minute fair value gap on the inverse. And then another entry you could have taken was, we'll go over the turtle soup first. You could have then scaled down into the 5-minute, and then you could realize, okay, cool, this is turtle soup. You might have even had an SMT as well, and bang, there's another beautiful entry on this 5-minute fair value gap. Enter on the 5-minute, stop loss at the most recent manipulation high. Bro, you're catching a beautiful risk to reward, a 9 risk to reward, on top of this original entry with your stop loss at this high. That's another 5 risk to reward. So very good opportunities within the market today, or the other day on EU. So they were very nice setups. Unfortunately, I think I was at the gym at this time, even though it was 1 a.m. I don't know why I went at 1 a.m., but I was at the gym, so I don't think I caught that. But I came back later and I traded news at 3 a.m. But yeah, we can see right here, after we get displacement, we get a 15-minute fair value gap, and there's a breaker block. So you could have literally added another position right here when price retraced into the breaker block, filled the 15-minute fair value gap, stop loss at this high. Bam, another nice trade. And then this is where I entered. So initially I was going to enter on equilibrium because we were holding a 1-minute fair value gap. So there was another nice entry, right? Entry here. Stop at that eye, targeting there. Nice trade. I don't know why, but I didn't trade that because I think I was just lacking confidence in that setup. Even though it was really nice, looking back at it, there were so many opportunities that I could have taken. But yeah, the main thing that I entered on was this inverse 1 minute. Stop loss at this high, targeting there. And yeah, that was the second trade that I took. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. Good to be back. Keep an eye out for future content because there might be a few vlogs coming. But yeah, these are the trades that I've taken this week. If I take any trades tonight, I'll make sure to document them. But yeah, I'm happy with the trade I took on Euro JPY because it followed my trading plan really nicely. I feel like there were definitely so many more opportunities that I could have executed on the setup. There was 5 different setups that I could have taken. So maybe next time I gotta be a bit more. What do you call it? What's the word? Got to be more present. Got to be more scouting, looking deeper for trades. But yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. Glad to be back, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bing, bing, bong.